Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for joining this session. I welcome you all on this session called Excelling in Excel. So, the topic is regarding how to use Excel efficiently. That's what we are going to discuss today. My name is CA Pranav Ozarde. I'm working as the finance manager at Remunance. Maybe a few of you had joined the last session, which I took for the income tax investments proof submission, and I'm very happy that I'm getting an opportunity to talk to you all again on this session. So the objective for today's session is not really to learn about Excel formula or understanding the functions, different functions in Excel, or get some quick, way of doing calculations, something that you can make by heart, note down somewhere, and then use it. So that's not the purpose of today's session. What we are going to see and discuss is the approach of using Excel, and that's how we are going to change our approach, our way of using Excel, working in Excel, and use it efficiently. So I'm sure after this session, you will no longer use Excel the same way that you have been using. And for those who are already doing it the way I'm going to tell, uh, yeah, I think they can also let me know their inputs in the chat box. Uh, Maybe it will not be something new for them. They may be already doing it, but for others who are trying to look forward to new ways and efficient ways of using Excel, it will definitely help all of this. This particular session or this thought process, I attended this similar session back in um, 2007, and it was really a very nice uh, experience, very nice value addition for me. So I thought of sharing with all of you. This is about Excel, and most of us, as you know, are also using the mouse most of the times while using Excel. So we're going to talk about it. Now, before we go ahead, uh, I want you to on the sideline. I want you to imagine uh, a horse cart, a horse with a cart and the driver of the horse cart, and he's holding the he's holding the ropes to control the horse, right? So there is a horse cart. Uh, these ropes are held by the driver, and also uh, he has a whip. He has a uh, hunter with him in order to control the horse. Okay, so he has the ropes and he has a whip or a hunter in his hand. So just imagine this on the sideline. I'll come back to it. Um, and before discussing further, I would like to take you through the basic structure of Excel. I hope you can see the screen where I have opened a sample Excel file. Uh, Excel file is called Excel workbook. In Excel language, it is workbook. So this is the Excel workbook. At the top section, this is called as the title bar. The horizontal section at the top, it is called the title bar. So you can see the title of the file. If you save it, then the name of the file will appear. So who is using the username is there, right? Below that is the menu bar. So you can see the menu, and depending on how you click, where you go in the menu, it will show the ribbon. These are the ribbon kind of shortcuts for the menu, sub menu. It is the sub menu of the main menu. So these are the ribbon. Then coming below, on the left hand side, we have this where you can put the cell reference. So here on the left hand side, there is a box where you can give the cell reference. Next to it is the function bar. Now here you can put the formula, and in the middle you have this option to select the function. So it will open a box, and then you can select a function, and accordingly the function will be executed. Yeah, so the name box or the cell reference function bar, and then the formula bar on the right hand side. This big horizontal section is the formula bar. So here you can put the formula. And why it is so long? Because formula can be very long, right? So they have intentionally, very thoughtfully, they have provided so much of space here inside the formula bar. Coming down, Excel is basically a table, right? So Excel is basically made up of rows and columns. So you can see the columns are named in characters, while the rows are numbered, right? And then every intersection is called as a cell. Every intersection of a column and a row is called as cell. It is a unique cell with a unique cell reference. For example, right now I'm at the H5 cell. So H5 is the cell reference of this particular cell. Okay. And right now there is only one worksheet in this Excel workbook. So Excel file is called as Excel workbook, and in that workbook there can be number of worksheets. So right now there is only one sheet. We can add a number of sheets if we want. And then below the very last section, horizontal section, this is called as status bar. At the bottom, it can show you the status of your workbook. So right now, what is the status? It is ready. So it is ready to accept your command. It is ready to do the work inside this workbook. If there is a long process, something is happening, some calculation is happening, then it will show that it is processing. It is doing something. Okay. So yeah, I wanted to take you through this basic structure of Excel. That is very important to understand how Excel is designed, structured, and then we can understand it better. Okay, so coming to this approach of Excel, many of us use mouse. So I'm just giving you an example here. There is a table of certain numbers, there is a heading for each column. And now I want to put a filter, let's say. So many of us, or I don't know how many of you, but some of the users, what they do is they go to data and they using mouse. Okay, I'm using the mouse. They go to data and they search where is the option for filter, and they put the filter like this. Or they might select the table like this, and they will go to data, and then they will put the filter like this. So mouse is used, so many times we see that while using Excel, mouse is used. And this is all about the time lag that is between moving your hand between the keyboard and the mouse. So we are going to address that today. We are discussing here trying to avoid using mouse as much as possible. That's the basic concept. That's the basic idea that we have for today. Okay, so as much as possible, we are going to avoid using the mouse. We are going to use the mouse as less as possible. I know it is required. We can't do away with using mouse, but we'll be using it as less as possible. Okay. And yeah, many of you must be doing it already. So yeah, you must be knowing it, and that's a good thing. So it will be good for the ones who are using mouse a lot. Now let's understand this concept. Now I had given you a picture of a horse cart with a horse. There is a driver of the cart. He has these ropes in his hand, and he has a hunter also. Okay, so here what we are comparing is this Excel is like a horse. Okay, so let's imagine this now. Horse. We are comparing Excel with the horse. We are the driver, and this mouse we are comparing with the hunter or the whip that we have in our hand. So will you use the whip on the horse continuously? The hunter, will you use it continuously on the horse? No, you will not, right? It is not a good practice. So similarly, mouse will be used very rarely. Okay, so that's the hunter. And now these ropes that we are talking about, those are there to control the horse. Those are the correct tool, right? To control the horse, to drive the horse, right? Now, here, very interesting point is that these ropes, there are five important uh, handy ropes that you have with you for Excel, and those are right there at your on your keyboard, right at the bottom. Okay, they are there at the bottom of the keyboard. They are very close to when you put your hands on the say laptop keyboard. They are very close to your hand, so they are very easy to uh, maneuver. They are very easy to operate. Okay, so which are those uh, five tools that we have here? One is control, then alt, then we have spacebar, we have the arrow keys also, and we have the shift key. Okay, so we are going to use as much as possible, as more as possible. We are going to use these five important uh, keys here at the bottom of the keyboard in order to use Excel more efficiently. Control, Alt, spacebar, arrow keys, and the shift key. They are right at the bottom, very easy to reach. Okay, and also we are going to use a lot like the tab key and also the function keys. So they are directly doing a function in Excel. Okay, like a shortcut. So yeah, that's the basic idea. Now let's see. Using Alt, what will happen when you press Alt key? It will activate the menu bar. Can you see it? When we press the Alt key once, it activates the menu bar. And if you press it again, then it comes out of it. It's like a toggle key. So you press it once, it is activated. You press it again, you come out of it. Now, when you press it, can you see some characters besides each menu? So those characters are the commands that it is waiting for. If you want to go ahead with the menu, then it is waiting for your command in the form of that character. Okay, so for file you can see F, for data you can see A, like that. So just taking the example of filter, we'll take off this filter, and now I want to put this filter using keyboard. So how will I do it? I'll first activate the menu bar, and then in the earlier version it was D was for data. So I remember from that earlier version. So what I'm doing is now Alt D F F. Okay, I'm using keyboard to do this filter. So I'm giving Alt D F F, and to come out of it again Alt D F F. So I'm activating the menu bar, and then inside the menu bar there are these commands Alt D F F. When you press it, on the top at the center, you can see it is saying Alt D then F, right? It is showing you that how it is moving ahead in the command. It is waiting for your next command. Alt D F and then again F. So this will activate the filter. Now, if you in the filter, now we're also going to use the arrow keys, right? We said we said out of these 5 keys, we're going to use arrow keys, not the mouse. Remember, we are going to use the mouse as less as possible. So we are using I'm using right now the arrow keys. Okay. In order to go inside the particular menu, sort by color, I can still use the arrow keys, right? Number filters, yes, I can use the arrow keys. See, I can move. I can move in the submenu, right? In order to go inside that, I'll use enter. I can enter here whatever command I want to give, right? Now, in order to move inside this box, I can use tab. See, I'm moving inside this box using tab key. Okay, and then if you want to select a particular uh, option like this, you can move with the arrow keys also. So arrow and tab, right? Once the tab comes on the OK button, you can say OK by enter, right? And the command is given. So I see I have not used my mouse at all here. I have not even touched my mouse right now. Okay, I have just used my keyboard, mainly the important ones at the bottom, and see I can apply a filter, I can filter the data, I can do it. Now to come out of it again, if I want to see the whole data, the command I use is Alt DFS. Alt DFS will show the total data, the whole data. Okay, so this is just an example, and there are so many other examples. Now, Control spacebar will select your column, then Shift spacebar will select your row. Even inside this table, if you see, if I use just Control and arrow, see how quickly I can move between the tables. See, I can go anywhere in the sheet. Can I go anywhere? Yes, I can go anywhere using just the control and the arrow key like this. It is so user friendly. So no need to use your mouse. Okay, and I'm sure if you use your mouse lesser and lesser, your productivity will increase. You can do your work in a shorter duration. So that's really very helpful. There are so many shortcuts, like if you use control and uh, the number one, control plus number one, you can see the format shapes like that. Okay, I hope you understand this concept. I hope you can explore this yourself using these fantastic keys you have at the bottom, these 5 ropes that we talked about. Please use less mouse, and I'm sure you can excel in Excel, right? Thank you so much. This is what I wanted to share with you. I hope it really makes sense and you use it going forward. Thank you so much.